Hi, all. This is Swami from AP Engineering. I'm heading the business development for APA for the past 5 years now. So, depending on the part of the world that you have joined from for the today's event, I wish a good morning, evening to one and all. First of all, our sincere thanks from APA for being part of this webinar, and with much happiness, we welcome once and all of you. I'm honored to provide the introduction about AP Engineering and also about the speaker who is just waiting to present his webinar on rendering 360-degree views to enhance your product visibility. Just as information before we start the webinar, Joel, could you please put the slide? So, apart from the speaker, everyone will be muted and this webinar is being recorded. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to use the chat section, or you can also write your queries directly to engineering@apengineering.com, and we will reach out to you after the webinar. Thank you. So, as I was mentioning, first we'll give a small introduction about our company, AP Engineering, and then about the speaker, and then the webinar will start. Just to let you know that this year we celebrate our 25th year of completion, which is a silver jubilee year. And with the humble beginning of the founders, and then with a couple of employees, we have come a long way, being a 500 plus employee strong organization. We have been providing 4 different service lines, namely sourcing, engineering, compliance, and cataloging, which complement each other as all our clients are being assisted with multiple services. For example, a sourcing client will not just stop sourcing alone for components from us, but he will also be a part of our cataloging services or our engineering service, or could be compliance division. So that's why I said we complement each other very well. And further information is AP is ISO 9001 and also 27001 for quality and data security. Adding further to that, we are also TISAC certified, which enables us to work with the top German automotive companies, which is also a stringent certification for the data security, which assures all our clients' data are safe and secure with us. And adding further to that, we have been also declared happiest places to work, which I believe is what our employees have been happy about as well. So this is all about small introduction on APA. Now we'll talk about the engineering division, because today's webinar is part of the engineering division. And I want to give a small intro about what are all the services that we do to our clients. So we categorized into 5 different divisions or lines in engineering, which is product engineering, manufacturing engineering, digital modeling, plant engineering, and embedded engineering. So I'll go one by one from taking into product engineering. So basically what comes under this is like a 2D drawing or a 3D modeling or data migration or legacy conversions is under this, as well as validating your design by performing FEA simulations, which predict stiffness, fatigue, and vibrational resistance response as well. We have also capability to perform thermal and flow simulations. Under manufacturing engineering, based on our customers' requirements, we work on the 5M resource optimization, which is nothing but man, machine, methods, materials, and measurements. And on the plant engineering, our service offerings from steel structural, piping layout, modeling, HVAC duct routing, and electrical control panel layout, schematic drawings, etc. Under the digital modeling, today on which our webinar is also planned under, we do rendering, 360s, which provides the perfect solutions to our clients who look for the digital parts catalog and sell online. The rendered images with cut section showing critical design information gives a refreshing and insightful visual content to the users. In embedded engineering, we are into PCB design, signal and integrity simulations, and power electronics. We have been working with our clients all over the world and predominantly from USA, Canada, Germany, and Australia. And we have been very consistent providing dedicated services as per our client satisfaction. So this covers about API engineering and engineering division to a small amount. Now let me talk about our speaker. So that is the man, Joel, who has completed his engineering mechanical graduation in the year 2018, having 6+ years of experience, and his expertise is on various mechanical design and visualization, which helps him to bridge the gap between CAD design and photorealistic visualization for engineering and marketing needs. To add further to his cap, he also a certified SolidWorks professional, and he has been involved in many projects. Just to name a few, he has done Vice Animation project, cable modeling and rendering project, and rendering in 360-degree view for automotive and non-automotive projects. So at this point, I finish my part and I leave it to you in the hands of Joel, who's going to present this webinar today. Thank you.
Thank you for your intro, Swami. So let's get started today with the rendering and 360 to enhance user experience and product visibility. So in this digital world where attention is everything, static visual just don't cut it. Photorealistic and 360 views let user see, explore, connect with your product long before they touch it. Today, we will show you how these tools can transform your user experience, boost product visibility, and give your brand a visual edge. So, today's agenda, what the points we are going to cover, what is 3D rendering, and what are the different industries which are using visualization, how product visualization is created, what are the different type of softwares used to create a 3D rendering, what the future holds for the product visualization, a short live demo, and a quick Q&A session. So, what is 3D rendering? 3D rendering is basically the process of turning a 3D model into a 2D image or animation using computer software. You start with a digital model, including the shape, texture, lighting, and material, and then create a picture or a video that looks realistic or stylized, depending on what you're going for. Let's look at a little simple example. The process starts with a 2D sketch to capture the basic design idea. This sketch is converted into a 3D CAD model using softwares like SolidWorks or Creo, etc., where all the feature and the details are added. Once the model is complete, it's rendered with material, lighting, camera angles to create a high quality, realistic image. By following the simple steps process, concepts are brought into life by blending creativity, precision, and a photorealistic rendering. Next, we're going to see what are the different industries which are using the visualization process. First, we have the automotive industry. In automotive industry, rendering is used in all over the places. From early design sketch to a final marketing image, designers use it to quickly visualize how a car might look and how engineers use it to show the parts fit or perform. Think a car commercial or a slick website product pages, which is like just shown here. They often use 3D renders instead of actual car photography. Why? It's faster and easier to change color, angles, and they can also showcase the car even before it is built. Such a cool feature, right? Next, we have the manufacturing and engineering department. In manufacturing and engineering, rendering is used to visualize complex assemblies, stimulate material and finishes, and communicate design intent clearly. Just as this clutch plate assembly, it helps team review how a part fit together, spot potential issue, and showcase internal component through exploded and section view. High quality visuals are also technical presentation and make manuals more effective and easier to understand. And we have the architecture and construction industry. Before building anything, architects use 3D renders to show clients what a space will look like, interior, exterior, and lighting at different times of day. It's a visual walkthrough of a building that doesn't even exist. Now we move to the next field, which makes the previous industries work: the advertisement and marketing. You have probably seen ads for products that look too perfect. That's because they are rendered. Marketers use 3D visual to make the product look flawless, experiment with lighting and background, or even showcase something that's still in development. For example, you see the billboard cutout, which will usually require high resolution images, which are 8K and 16K. But by using rendering process, we can create the output just like that. Or showing the animation of your product, or imagine posting the images of your product to your Instagram or Facebook or even LinkedIn on a daily basis will surely boost the sales of the product. Another industry which use visualization are consumer product. From cups to hoodies, companies use 3D render to create product images for packaging, e-commerce, and ads. It's super helpful when a final physical product isn't ready yet, but you want to know how it will look in different color, in different texture, etc. And here we have the healthcare and medical industry. This is where the things get really interesting. 3D visualization is used for everything from medical animation, explaining surgeries, to detailed anatomical models, or for training doctors. Even new medical devices get rendered to test the ergonomics or how they will be used. Next, and finally, we have the entertainment and education department. Games, movies, VR, all powered by 3D. From animated character to massive environment, everything starts with the 3D model. It's the heart of the modern entertainment visual. And also for education, whether it's a biology student exploring a human body in a 3D, or an engineering student interacting with the digital catalytic converter as shown here, which make the 3D visuals learning interactive and engaging for the students. So these are some of the industries which use the visualization to improve their products and to help their clients to see how the product works or how the product will look like in real life. So how the product visualization is created? Initially, we have the concept development. First thing, someone has the dream of a product. This is where the wild ideas and rough sketches come together from the basic concept. Think it as a brainstorming an idea and converting it into a 3D model. Next, the idea gets some shape. The 3D modeler takes the sketch and builds a digital version in a 3D software. Usually SolidWorks, Creo, CATIA are used to create a 3D model of the product. Now, then we add the texturing. Now the model gets dressed up. Texturing add colors, patterns, and surface details, basically the output and accessories of a product. And then we have the lighting process. Time to shine spotlight. Lighting sets the mood and highlights all the best features. It's like directing a photo shoot. Too much light, it's a glare fest. Too little, and everything hides in the shadow. We have to give a correct lighting for the best output. And finally, the important part is rendering. This is where the magic happens. Rendering transforms all the modeling, texture, and lighting into a polished, photorealistic image. It's the digital equivalent of waiting for a perfect product or perfect photo. Finally, a small post-processing is done, either where the image gets some extra love, like adjusting the color or sharpening, or even the small details are adjusted using softwares like Photoshop. And softwares which are used to create this rendering process. So for 3D modeling, we use generally people will use and trusted by professionals in this industries is SolidWorks and CATIA. There are many other softwares in the market which support the process, but these are something which are widely used. For architecture model, Blender, Revit, and 3ds Max are used. For texturing, Substance Painter and Photoshop are used. For the rendering process, Keyshot, which is really excellent software, and SolidWorks Visualize and Cinema 4D are used. For the real-time softwares like Unreal Engine, which are used to create VR and AR of a product. And finally, the post-processing, which is done using Photoshop. So every process has its challenges, right? And rendering is no exception. It can put a heavy load on the hardware, demanding powerful machine to deliver high quality results and efficiency. So we require some high quality hardware to run a rendering program. In this case, CPU should be a multi-processor such as AMD Ryzen called Threadripper or something of 8 cores to 16 cores or more. For GPU, high performing graphic cards like NVIDIA RTX 4090 or AMD Radeon Pro, something that which especially GPU accelerated renders use to deliver a high-end image. For RAM, at least a 32 GB RAM is recommended, but 64 is the most ideal for handling complex scenes and large textures. And storage, fast SSD, NVMe preferred, or for quick access data and reducing load time. And for monitors and graphic card, using multiple monitors will surely help to get the desired output for us. Next, what the future holds for the product visualization. The future of project visualization is being transformed by AI, AR, VR, and GPU advancement. AI enables faster design integrations with generative rendering, smart material, and automated visual workflow. AR and VR brings immersive product experience for prototyping, collaborating, and customer engagement. And modern GPU, which helps power the real-time ray tracing and AI accelerated rendering, making high-quality visuals faster and more interactive than ever. Together, these technologies are turning static visual into a smart, immersive experience. Okay, enough of the behind the scenes. Let's move on to a part where the magic really shows up. Let me give you a short demo on how rendering is done. For this process, I am using a software called Keyshot. So let me import a 3D model. For this demo, I am using a 3D model of an object which created using SolidWorks. And I have taken a reference image to get a desired output as exact as this image on the right. Let's get started. Initially, we can see that the chuck tooth is made up of metal material. So let me give a metal surface and add a little bit roughness to the surface. And just like that, we will just copy this material and add to the surface behind it. And next we move to the chuck core, which is made up of a black material, black metal. So let's give a black surface and add little bit roughness. And yeah, and I see the body is made up of rubber and plastic materials. So let's just make some exciting body surface materials for the rubber part. The rubbers are usually given using the plastic materials where the reflective index is taken down to show to add to take down the reflection of the product, which gives a rubber effect to us. And we can just copy it here. And for the trigger, I see they are using a hard shine red color. So we can also use the material from the material library, which is really useful to create predetermined materials of the product. And there's a body of the product has some blue color in it, with which is slightly glossy in texture. Let's create it. Adding a little bit of this paint surface and taking it a notch bit up. We can also pick out the color from the color finder and search for the color which is right for us. And yeah, so somewhat we are getting near to what we are desired for this product, and little bit of roughness. Maybe take it down a little bit. As we said, like the product had some gloss feel to it. And now fill out the remaining parts. We can also use this material graph, which is an amazing tool to give little more detail to the product, like textures, colors, and edges, and I had some leather or noise or scratches, which gives a more detail to the product and bring it more to life. So let's finish it up with the missing out parts. With both end and yeah. So in a few minutes we were able to create a complete rendered image of a product. We can also arrange the camera settings to give a field of depth of field, or make it a perspective, or in an orthographic lens settings, which all helps to give the product much more depth to it. And also we can give the lighting, enhance the product, add some pins to detail it up. Much more things we can do on this simple software. And yeah, here we have it. We have created a rendered image of the product, and we can render it out in different settings in different formats like PNG, JPEG, or PSD, TIFF, and also we can create animation, or also we can export it as an augmented reality product. Imagine just this product is exported to AR, and you can view the product on your space, or using your mobile you can view the product. Simple as that, right? So these are some of the things which we can do in the product visualization process. And I will also give some of examples of different some complicated rendered images. This is an exhaust which is made from the rendering process. We can twist this around, and we can also see all the 6 different degrees of freedom of the product. And we can also zoom in and see the texture, the welded texture, or any other irregularities, or if you want to see the O2 oxygen funnel area, you can just zoom in and see. So these are something which are done using the rendering process to give the customer or the client or someone, your friend, anyone, how the product which you design look in real life. And we have this explorer view of this product, which can be controlled using just your mouse. So, and also you can zoom in to see the product, what is inside and how it works. It's looking great, right? And just like that, by using this description, you can copy and paste the product in your website and upload it for your customers to see just by using this rendering process. And finally, we have this rendering image of the piston. As you see, the cast part gives us much more depth and feel of the product, and we can also zoom and turn it around in any direction to see how the product looks on all sides. So these are some of the magics we can do using the rendering process and showcase your friends, customers, your team members how the product will look in real life without the hassle of taking a photograph or manufacturing it or prototyping it. Just a few steps you can create the rendered image of the product. So, and also I have some images to show how much detail we can see of a product. For example, in this product, we can zoom in so much and see the description given, and which is not usually can be done in a photograph. And also without breaking any pixel, we can zoom in anywhere and see and feel the product. It's a visual treat for everyone who use rendered image for their product. And complicated models can be rendered and get output without any issues, and we can zoom it anywhere and see the depth of the textures of the product. So yeah, these are some of the examples which can be done using rendering process. And I hope you all had a good idea of what 3D rendering and 360s is. If you have any doubts, please put it in chat so we can discuss about it.
Fantastic, Joel. Uh, you really made the rendering very easy, but I'm sure it is not as simple as shown. Your expertise and experience clearly on display today. Thanks for such an interesting webinar. So to all, as mentioned in the slide that you're seeing on the screen, you can write your queries in the chat window, or you can send your queries to us at engg@apengineering.com, and we'll be more than happy to give a response immediately, if not today, definitely tomorrow. So this is again Swami, and I'm here to give you the word of thanks as well, as this webinar is coming into closure now. We again, from APA, thank each one of you for being part of this webinar session, and we believe that it was useful to know about our services and also our capabilities on rendering and 360s. So please send your feedback, suggestions, queries after you have attended the session, which will motivate us and also improve us from what we have done shown today. And one more information I want to share is, like, after the webinar, you will be provided with a survey sheet to provide your thoughts and your suggestions. Please request you to fill them up. It may not take too much of your time. So we kindly request you once more to do that for us. So we wish each one of you a nice day, a nice evening as per your time zone. And we are expecting all of you to return to our next webinar as well, which will be shared with you shortly. Thank you so much.